Hello everyone, I'm Miss Shadow. Welcome back to Tokyo Dark. Okay, so we're going to talk to the cat. Hello, little one. Sometimes I wonder what it is you see when you dream. Or what you look at when you're all alone. Maybe you can hear him? Sometimes I do. When it's dark, I hear the whispers and think it's him. There's nothing there. Don't worry. I'll bring him back. We'll all be together soon. A violent incident in the sewer below the street of Shinjuku in the late hours last night has resulted in the death of a detective with an apparent rescue gone wrong. The body of the detective Kazuki Tanaka, 29, was recovered last night after a nearly week-long search. When he went missing off the streets of Kasumigaseki, the mysterious incident has left the police scrambling for answers, and the suspect, as the investigation continues its second day. The police who arrived first on the scene, Ayami Ito, has declined to make any comment to the press, but her superiors say that the following has led that after following a lead, she was led into the sewers, where she made contact with a lone female suspect. At the time, sources say the female suspect panicked, and the incident ended violently before she could be apprehended. There were many unanswered questions, however. It appears, besides a lone detective, that there were no other police on the scene, calling into question how the case was handled. There's also a question of a missing suspect and why a detective Tanaka was killed. The suspect was not able to be restrained. The case comes in the midst of increasing scrutiny on the police, in particular the violent crime section, as other incidents of police neglect and questionable investigative practices have been made public. Several experts have gone on record saying that Tokyo's police are not equipped to handle the recent wave of crime. The police have promised to release the results of their initial investigation as soon as possible. Superintendent Yukimura, who was in charge of both Detective Tanaka and Ido, has urged his department and the public at large to hold judgment until all the facts are in. I've heard of a lot of rumors surrounding this case. We're barely a few hours into the understanding what happened down there. I think it's too early to jump to the conclusions. Sometimes I read the papers and wish Ido in them was me instead of the... Sometimes I read the papers and wish the Ido in them was me instead of the reality. No one calls me. I heard more about the investigation from the internet than from people at the station. Maybe they were right. Maybe there was no girl. No bag. No phone call. It'd be easier that way. No, that's too simple. People always close their eyes when they see things they don't understand. They try to explain away the monster under the beds, even when they can hear it breathing in their ear. Not me. I've got to keep it together, figure out what really happened, even when it breaks me. I've been avoiding spending too much time in this room lately. Memories of that night always come flooding back whenever I do. Sometimes I think I can hear the voices. I can hear his voice just beyond the door, and that when I open it, I'll be able to see him there. Finding these last few weeks to just be a bad dream. But it's no dream. He's gone. I don't think I know what hurts more. The fact that he's gone, or the way it happened. Taken by a girl who shouldn't exist. Reina. That was her name. I remember a few days after the sewer. I kept it to myself. At the debrief, they had me talk to the station psychiatrist, and one look from her was enough to figure out what everyone else must be thinking. The police reports, the press, no one's mentioning the girl. But I saw what I saw. If she came back then, maybe. If I could only get some time to collect my thoughts and investigate the scene myself, I'm sure I could find something to prove she was there. I doubt they'll let me anywhere near it though, at least for now. One way or another, I'll find the truth. And that is for sure. I can still take my pills, but I won't. Answer the door. Hey, I brought you some dinner. Thanks, Yumi. You didn't have to do that. You need to eat something, neighbor. I can't just sit around all day, right? I know that, but it's just... It's alright. You don't have to thank me. I'm no good with this stuff. But Ayami, I'm really sorry about Kazuki. I mean, I know that it meant a lot to you, and I didn't know him very well, but enough. You don't know what I saw, Yumi. No one believes me. Forget it. Forget I said anything. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I guess it's all been a bit too much. That was a big one, huh? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I know we're not best friends or anything. I was just worried, is all. Sorry, Yumi. That's my phone. Work again? It's like they know you and I are talking. Yeah, maybe. I have to take this. And Yumi, thanks for the food. Anytime. Ido here? Ido, I'm sorry, I didn't call you sooner. I need you to come into the station as soon as you can. What's this about? It'd be easier if we talked in person. See you. Oh, hello. Just ignore her. Look. Stare. Oh, there was something on screen. I've worked with Saki Ishibashi for years now, and she hasn't changed a bit. Her hard work and pleasant smile are only matched by her love of gossip. Well, then I shouldn't talk to her, but I will, I guess. Look, all the CCTV cameras in the station can be viewed here. Saki stays up to date on all of the office drama and by having unrestricted view of the whole building. Oh, hey Ido. Didn't think we'd be back so soon. Well, ready or not, I'm here. About what happened. It's alright, Saki. You don't need to say anything. It's just awful. And I know you two were close. I mean, I heard... Yeah, we were. But seriously, you can leave it alone. I'm fine. If you say so. But I'm glad you're being so positive. No matter what people say, I know you cared about him and did everything you could to save him. Thanks, Saki. Wait, what exactly are people saying? I guess it's only fair to give you a heads up since we're friends. Dave, there have been some rumors about what happened to Tanaka. Rumors? What kind of rumors? Well, that's... Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to upset you. How it is, Saki. We both know you can't keep something like that to yourself for long, so you might as well tell me now. Fine. But you didn't hear it from me, okay? On account of all the bad press surrounding Tanaka, the higher-ups are looking for some people to pin this all on. Someone close to the case. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I think I understand it just fine. Officer Bando told me earlier that Tyra was boasting about some promotion. And then I saw some movers going into the office on a CCTV earlier. It just doesn't look good, is all. Tyra? That guy needs a swift punch to the back of his head sooner than he needs a promotion. and movers in my office? This is too much. See? I told you you'd be upset. It's not all definite though. Definitive though. All I know for sure is that I've seen on the monitors and what Bando's told me. Hold on a sec. Who's Officer Bando? That's not some alias you come up with, is it? I only tried that with you one time, and you figured it out right away. Bando transferred from Osaka a few weeks ago, and he's a total sweetheart. Sometimes he comes and talks to me at the front desk when he's free. Oh. Did he say anything else about Tyra's mysterious promotion? Not that I remember. All I know is he's been here on the 4th floor doing some legwork for the detectives lately, and I overheard it. If I run by my office, and maybe I'll see this Officer Bando and ask him myself. Hey, that reminds me. If you see him, could you give him this? That's very, very, very cute. What is it? Sure. I'll just say sure. Yeah. It's like I've died a long ago, back to high school. Yeah, sure. I'll give it to him. But you owe me. Thanks, Ayami. You're the best. Guess you better head up to Yamikura's office soon, huh? Oh, so you knew about that too, huh? Thanks for keeping me up to date, Saki. I can ask about Officer Bando, but then I get the neurotic or the where I like just keep talking. All the voices. Going crazy. Oh shit. Okay. There's nothing in the elevator, right? No. Alarm! I'm going crazy! I cannot click it. Whatever. Is there some secret? Look. Look. Investigative unit's offices. Tanaka and I have offices on this floor. Okay. Evidence storage and forensics is in the basement. The reception level. Saki's probably sitting there right now watching all the CCTV footage. Yukimura's office right at the top. I can only go there, okay. Sorry to have to call you in like this, Ido. I know we promised you some time off after the whole rotten situation. I meant to talk to you earlier, but with everything going on, well, you know how it is. It's been a media circus for the last 2 weeks. Damn reporters were waiting for any excuse they could to go for our throats. They found it. Then the deputy chief starts calling me. Then the chief. Hell. Got a call from the mayor last night. All of them want this case solved and out of mind. If he was here to see it, Tanaka would have been furious at all this bureaucracy. Can't even count the number of times he yelled at me after similar speeches I made to him. He was a good man. Thank you. I'm sure Tanaka would be happy to hear that. Let's cut to the case. To the chase. With every paper and news station covering your case, the mayor is demanding a formal inquiry on your conduct. Now, before you say anything, I'm not saying I would have done better in your shoes. The whole thing was rotten if you ask me. Unfortunately, there are no do-overs in the police work, and even choices that seemed right at the time can turn around and bite us later on. It's not only you. I made a mistake that night sending you in alone. I'll pay for that too. Keep an eye on your professionalism. Using the spin system from time to time. Don't give those vultures anything to pick at. It's not just about the inquiry though. I'm concerned about you and the choices you make, professional or otherwise, have far-reaching effects in the future. The people who will work with you and trust you, the options you have available to you, are all hinged on your ability. Sorry, I clicked. One more thing. Given the circumstances, we think it's best to transfer you out of the Violent Crime Scene Department for the time being. Transfer? But, sir, I don't understand. I've already done twice the amount of work as some of the veterans, and I've only been in the unit for a few years. Surely my record should speak for itself. I mean, let's at least talk about it first. This isn't a negotiation, detective. Think of it as a chance to get a fresh start. For the next month, you'll continue to be on leave, fully paid, of course. Of course, I'll need to take your badge until your return. The gun you can turn in downstairs. When you come back, you'll be helping out with some of the Vice insurance fraud cases. As another detective will be moving into your place, we'll need to clear out your office. I've asked the movers to come in today and give you a hand. Do I make myself clear, Ido? But there's more to this. Yes, sir, understood. Crystal, you old hack. Well, that's not very professional and deserving of him. He's expecting the yes, sir. I'm just going to say this because it feels appropriate. But there's more to this. Sir, I know you think I screwed this up, but there's more going on. I need a little bit more time on the case, is all. That's enough, detective. Until the internal hearing about your case is complete, there will be no further discussion of this. Now, please go to your office and pack away your personal items to be shipped home. For the rest, stay with us. And Ido, take care of yourself. I can also go, what? Interesting. Yeah, okay. So I can, like, this is my office and this is like where the evidence locker is, where I probably have to turn in the gun. So let's go to the office first. Can I talk to him? Okay. Can't talk to them either. Hey, Ido. Hold up. I heard you were back at in the station. Real shame about Tanaka. He was one great detective. You're right. He was the best. Almost hard to believe he'd let himself get caught the way he did. I mean, it's weird, right? He goes missing and can't manage to contact anyone, even once. I thought he would have tried to get in touch with you at least, since you were his partner and all. Anyway, you shouldn't blame yourself, Ido. It was dumb to send you down there alone with no backup. Let's face it, there's no way you could have handled that on your own. You would have done better. You're right, Sayra. Yukimura should have sent you. The man who hasn't solved a single one of his murders on his desk this year. He would have turned out much better. Hey, those were just unlucky cases is all. No witnesses. If Yamikura had sent me, I would have kept my cool. I can tell you that. Punch in the face now. Look. Sometimes I close my eyes and count to 10, hoping that when I open them, Tyra will disappear. Unfortunately, that tactic hasn't worked yet. I once partnered with Detective Nida, and I was surprised by how competent he was. If he didn't attach himself at the hip of Tyra, he would probably make a good detective. alarmed for fires, earthquakes, and other emergencies. Is there anything I can talk to here now? Not, no. Okay. Look. He told me that as the only female detective, it would be best to give me extra space, which translated to sticking me at the end of the hall. Why does everyone refuse to see the truth? I see everyone looking at me out of the corner of their eye like I'm a caged animal, giggling at me like it's all so funny. I saw what I saw, at least. I think I did. With everyone buzzing around, I can't even hear myself think. At least no one will bother me here. Finally, some peace and quiet. Meow. Oh, that's cute. And this is like the picture of them. It's almost like a mirror, or is it printed on a mirror or something? Look, back boxes. Look, what's this? Look. Kazuki gave me a silver hairpin for my birthday last year. Seems so long ago. Holy fuck, what was that? Look. A new email is in my inbox from Yuki Mura. It looks like he's gone out to all the detectives. Let's see. Detective Ido has been under a lot of pressure. The tragic loss of Tanaka has affected us all. I think I see where this is leading. There it is. Ido will be temporarily reassigned. So he did make it public. How humiliating. Real nice of him to wait until I was out of his office before he hit send. After all this time, why doesn't he believe me? It's so fast, man. Look. I've been in this office for years now, quietly working my way into the boys' club to be respected as a detective. Look at it all now. All the hard work shoved into some boxes to be handed off to whoever brown-nosed their way into the promotion, no doubt. Can't help but feel like my hard work wasn't worth anything in all these years if it can be so easily packed away and forgotten. Going insane. Kimura doesn't believe me. I'm the laughingstock at the station, and now I'll be moved out of the office to top it off. Doesn't get much worse than this, but it's Yukimura that stings the most. I thought I could trust him, but instead, he tells me to turn in my gun, like I'm some sort of criminal. Sitting around here isn't going to change anything. If they won't investigate, I will. First things first, need to get my hands back on that mask. Reina mentioned it over and over, and it's the only clue I have to go on. Are you sure about that? Rank gave the mask a once-over and stuffed it down in the basement. I should go down and scope it out. Look. Officer Bando, the recent transfer from Osaka. It seems that Saki on the front desk is quite smitten. Oh, Saki, I see Saki on the front desk is quite. I was like, where's the sake? I didn't see the sake, but no, it's Saki. It's quite familiar with this guy. Hi, you must be the new transfer from Osaka. I'm Detective Ido. That's right. Transferred me last week. How you doing, Detective? Please call me Bando. Y'all have gotten a big station here. Embarrassed to say, but never could find any way around Tokyo Branch all that well. I get myself lost half the time. To tell you the truth, so you must be the one that's all over the news. Don't worry. I never could trust the press. None of them know a damn thing about police work, if you're asking. me, and it sounded like you got caught a rough one. Sorry about your partner. Thanks. Rough is an understatement. You know that? Yeah, I was supposed to give him that. Ishibashi at the front desk wanted me to give you this. Uh-huh. Saki did? Well, hand it over and let's have a look. Oh well. I didn't reckon she'd be sending something like this. That's just because you don't know her like we do, Officer Bando. Yeah, well, do me a favor, would you? I know, not exactly professional, but tell her to meet me on the roof in about 20 minutes. I'd rather do it myself, but I'm too busy. How are you too busy? You're just standing around. Maybe yeah, I will say I'm busy too, so maybe I'm busy. If you didn't notice, I'm a little busy, Bando. If you want to fool around with Ishibashi, surely you can do that on your own time. Oh jeez. I won't twist your arm about it or nothing, but I would sure appreciate it. Security camera watches the entrance to locker 24/7. Well, in that case, maybe I need to talk to her and earn a favor, and then I can go into the locker without being noticed. That would make sense, right? Oh, and then she's gone as well, so she cannot see me. I passed on the letter that you gave me. You did? Whoa, way to go, Ayami. What did he say? Was it too much? Wait, you didn't read it, did you? Oh god. You read it. Please forget everything you saw. Slow down. I didn't read it. He asked me to tell you to meet him on the roof as soon as possible. On the roof? That's romantic, right? It's like I'm in a TV drama. Oh, dang it. If I leave my post and something happens to those cameras, Yukimura will go nuclear. Decisions. I've got it. You're not on duty right now, right? Watch the front desk for me. I won't be long. 10 minutes stops. Please, please. Sure. That's my girl. I knew I could count on you not to stand in the way of true love. I'll be right back. With Saki gone, I could disable the recording systems and move around the station without being seen, but not without getting her in trouble with Yukimura. Well, matchmaker, yeah, I mean, I'm going to turn them off because I know this will hurt Saki, but I need that mask, and I can't have anyone seeing me. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, what's going on? Basement. Ah! Oh, right. Earthquake. I didn't think you'd stick around here down after that big earthquake this morning, Mori. Oh. Don't remind me. I'm trying to keep my mind off it. How are you holding up, Detective? I'm taking it one day at a time, I guess. Honestly, I'm surprised you're still working evidence. Tanaka put in recommendations for your promotion. Yeah. I think the people upstairs have gotten other things on their minds right now by the sound of things. Besides, I think they stuck me down here because I was asking too many questions on my last case. May have pissed off a few in the wrong people. Ugh. It makes me squirm thinking about thinking what I'd be like being in an earthquake in this basement. I wish that you hadn't reminded me. Oh, and I'm really sorry about Tanaka, Detective Ido. I respected him a lot. You'll be truly missed. Thanks. I miss him too. I cannot talk to him anymore. Oh, okay. I didn't even ask him to enter, but whatever. The gate of the evidence room is locked. Mori has the key, but in desperate times, I've seen Tanaka pick the lock to get in. He's right here. What? Wait, what? Mori has the key. Who's Mori? Why can I not talk to him? Who the fuck is Mori? It's not him. Wait. Oh, she's like, she was Saki, blah 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 blah. So it's not here. Wait, why does it say recording? Like, I've turned it off. Whatever. Enter elevator. Oh. I'm so confused. Hey, he's gone. Oh. Oh. Evacuation of the building will start almost immediately after I pull the lever. Fortunately, it'll be a short window before they realize what's happening, so I need to get the evidence room quickly. Right here goes nothing. Can I enter, please? Thank you. Whee! Basement. Shoot the lock. Just sell my gun. Haha. Can I go in? Thank you. Evidence. Where's the... Oh, where's the kitty? Meow. As I hold the mask in my hands again, I immediately question why I'd gone through such a great lengths to get it back. A small piece of evidence wasn't worth the risk, was it? It wasn't the answer to my problems. As strange as it sounds, I'd hoped the mask would react in the same way it did when I touched it in Kamikura. At least that would have justified what I've done, proved the sensation that I felt that day wasn't in my head. The mask I held in the evidence locker was nothing more than ran through old wood. No voices or visions. Only an eerie quiet left in a wake of anticipation. Well, it's wrapped in... It's the foil! The foil is blocking all the signals. Like tin foil. Of course. I hold on to it. The case was only getting started. And Reina's obsession with it wouldn't be an accident. It still had to be part of... I still had a part to play. Or it still had a part to play, I don't know. Well, I was seeing like... Because it was flashing, I saw like crazy faces for a second. Maybe there was, because I'm crazy. The mask in my hands. I quickly got out of the station and jumped on the front train back to Shinjuku. I can barely remember how it all happened. All I knew is the mask was in my hands again, and that I needed it. That I would have done anything to get it. I don't know what had gotten into me. Things were spinning out of control. But I had to keep going. Go back to the scene of the crime and see what clues were left to find. It was the only way forward. I had no choice. No one would believe me, so I was on my own. Can go in again. Huh? No way. I must say, after that performance, I'm surprised to see you. I'm surprised to see you show your face again. Look, you can skip the condescending tone. I need information badly, and I got no leads. Anyway, I heard the news about what happened to you and your partner that night. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Thanks. I didn't figure you'd care much about what happened to a cop, all things considered. Considering what? My job? It's true, police comes in here all the time and act like gods. They order drinks, threaten me, and fill me up thinking I don't care. My boss tells me to ignore since happy cops are good for business. Honestly, they're worse than the customers that they're supposed to protect us from. So yeah, all things considered, I don't love the police that much, but it doesn't make me a robot. Nobody deserves to die alone. If you told your buddies at the station something terrible like that happened to me, some nobody hostess, do you think they'd give a shit? I would care. I wish I could say that you're wrong. But years in the force have taught me that being a police officer doesn't make you a better person. A lot of people lose sight of what it is to be human just because some government official gave them a badge. How long have you been doing this job? Not long. Only 2 years. And 4 different shops. They all promise the same thing: better pay and customers that will treat you with respect. I'm still waiting on both of those things. Business has been in the pits lately, and I've gotten some offers that might pay better, but they're at clubs with more adult vibe. They said I wouldn't have to do anything weird, but I don't know. I've heard rumors about what can happen in some sort of girls to some of the girls in those places. Country girl like me doesn't exactly give a whole lot of job prospects, and it'd be good money. This one's easy. I think this is some foreshadowing, and I hope nothing happens to her, but don't do it. But ever heard of the phrase, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it? No, not really. Well, take it from me. No one's going out of their way to help you, but it doesn't mean you can't help yourself. Just think it over before you say yes to that offer, okay? To think I'd be getting advice from a cop. Alright, I'll think about it. You got a name? Yeah, it's Mayo. Don't tell anyone though. The bosses don't like it when customers know our real names. You know, after I saw you on your knees, I didn't think you'd have any guts. I guess I was wrong. See you around, detective. Well, that's cool, I've made a friend. If only it were so easy in real life, huh? Oh, hello, detective. I heard about what happened at night. The other police and a reporter showed up. I'm really sorry to hear about your partner. Can't even imagine what it's like to lose someone like that. Thanks. Guys, alright? Yep, that's me. I'm surprised you remember that, detective. No need for detective. I'm not on duty. Miami is fine. How are things? Did that night hurt your business too? In all honesty, business wasn't really better or worse because of it. If anything, I got a little uptick when the reporters were here. But eventually they left too, just like everyone else. It was always my dream to cook and start a restaurant. It's been a constant uphill struggle. What's the point? I'm not giving up either, so he shouldn't either. I know it might not mean much coming from me. I believe you should stick to it out to the end, no matter what. A lot of it comes down to attitude, right? If you stay down in the dumps, people will taste that emotion in the food. That's something no amount of alcohol can mask. Yeah, I guess. I've been beating myself up for weeks now. Maybe that's not helping, huh? I mean, I'm still competing with scumbags around here, but I try to keep my head above water for now. Thanks, detective, for Miami. Stop by again anytime. Drinks around the house. Thanks, Izo. Maybe I'll take you up on it one day. Made another friend. That's fucking amazing. Maybe I'll even make friends with that guy. With that guy. Look. The phone just kept ringing and ringing. How'd she know I was gonna pick up? Because I'm crazy. Huh. What's this? The police tape is all that's left for the department's investigation. They're more focused on writing me off as an insane than finding answers to that sewer. Oh hey, that's the detective from the other night, right? I wonder if she remembers me. That detective is right here. And I can hear you. And she's standing right in front of you, Kobayashi. What? How did you know my name? It's on your name tag. Don't think too hard about it, kid. You might get hurt yourself. Anyway, I'm just like surprised you talked to me again. I don't. Just passing through. Oh, right. That's good. I think I already said everything I could to the other guy. Would have to rack my brain again pretty hard to come up with new material, you know? What other guy? Tyro, Titus, Typhoon, Tyra? Detective Tyro's here? What the hell did you tell him? Oh right, Tyra. Yeah. I told him you were here and you were pretty hardcore. Well, am I was hardcore? What does that mean exactly? You know, I told him you were a cop that, like, didn't play by the rules. Who had a drink if they wanted to, like, you know, take the edge off and stuff. You told him Shit. What else did you say? Not much else left to tell. I told him I heard a firecracker outside before you came in, and had a broken lock, and how you said you'd seen the strange girl. I mean, nothing bad. Yeah, press X to doubt. Whoa. Your eyes got all intense there for a sec. That's nothing. Just dust in my eyes. Painful, stupid, idiotic dust that's causing me to squint. Harshly. Oh, yeah, detective. You should be careful. It's super dusty in here. Thank you. I'm going to leave now. Enjoy your day. There's a kitty! Alright, enter. It's now or never. No more excuses. I need to have a look around and see you and find out what really happened that night. The air still feels as heavy as still as it did the night I came in here looking for Kazuki. Doesn't look like much has changed since then. I'm not sure why I expected anything to be different. Even if it turns out to be nothing, I should have a look around and see what I can find. I've already come this far anyway. Arrow's still there. The red markings Reina drew are still on the walls. Was she trying to guide me to her, or were they for something else? No one seemed to question why the shrine gate was down here, would put it here in the first place. Wait, so was there a rope I could find earlier? I don't know. Well, maybe we'll find out in another playthrough if I play again. Climb down. It seems in the course of the investigation crime scene, a rope was brought in to get down. Wish I had thought of that. Where is it? What am I doing on time? Let me just... oh. Maybe was a mistake to come here. Little pause. Okay, gonna end it soon. We'll find out. Maybe it was a mistake to come here. All that's left for me here is horrible memories. But I saw Reina. A girl who couldn't possibly be alive in this tunnel. I'm sure of it. Yukimura and the others didn't see what I saw. I have to keep going. There's more to this. I will end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.